All right, Aquarius, here we go. June 2026. Oh, boy. You know, you're my wild card, one of my wild card spots in the weekly readings. We'll see here. I don't know. The last couple of readings have been very personal in their face for Capricorn and Sagittarius. Let's see if this is somebody coming towards you or what. It doesn't speak well of it. I've got this theme energy for you in June 2026 of a 7 of Wands and an 8 of Cups. What did I say? I said it doesn't speak well, right? Well, that could be somebody fighting for me, Steve. Really? You think? I don't know. Somebody thinks you're avoiding them. Somebody thinks you're avoiding them. They're knocking on your door. All right, this is kind of an energy of somebody's knocking on your door. And they've got all kinds of, and they just walk away. But they walk away with this feeling of, defensiveness or whatever. Or they imagine you're hiding behind a couch, and they can't see. I don't know. They just think you're avoiding them. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's see where we go. I don't think you are. I don't feel like that. I don't know. Maybe you were just wearing a towel and you didn't want to answer the door. I have no fucking idea. Don't even take me literally on the door thing. It's just somebody feels like you're avoiding them. Maybe it's a soulmate that can't find you. It's tricky to find. You don't seem to be there. You haven't been on social media in a while. Well, excuse me. I went camping. I don't know. Let's see where we go. It's a general reading. May or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. I'm not a fucking Time Lord. Plays out between now and the end of May when I'm pulling this, and I guess probably the first week of July, I would say. Make sure you read the monthly write-up. Well, that's it. That's it. The 4 of Wands, the overall energy of the pyramid we're going to pull. This is how they feel about you. This is how they see you, and this is a potential final outcome. It's also what they think about you. This is a potential final outcome for you. I'll clarify whatever needs clarifying, right? And I'll throw some universe cards at the end. What's fueling the 4 of Wands, the 8 of Pentacles? Again, another energy of avoidance. It's like this energy is a little easier to explain, although you were a little hotter in the towel in the last one. But this one here is a little easier to explain. Someone asked you to marry them, and you didn't. Again, don't take me literally. But someone asked you to marry them, let's say, or can we go out, or like there are other cultures where you confess to somebody and things along those. Somebody confesses to you or something along those lines, and you don't say anything. You're thinking about it, and you're thinking about it, and you've been thinking about it a while, and they're trying to reach you, and they feel like you're fucking avoiding them. The 2 of Swords. You're starting to have an impact on someone's ego. When I see the ego here, the King of Wands, the Burger King, we're going to talk about narcissists. Oh, I love talking about narcissists. Narcissists don't do anything without anyone's attention. My neighbor is a narcissist. I tell him about it all the time. Not Squirrel Eggs guy, the other guy, the one that leaves garbage everywhere on my car that he thinks is mine. He's crazy. He can't do anything without other people being on board. The worst thing you can do is ignore that person, right? Oh, unreal. He can't just go inside and play his guitar, right? He can't. He's got to go outside at night, in the evening, in his courtyard, playing his guitar, echoing through. We can all hear it, He's just doing that because he wants to make sure I hear it, by the way. But either way, it doesn't matter. This is that kind of person. This is the silent treatment. You have been, whether you realize it or not, you've been playing your cards beautifully. You are playing this fucker, whoever it is, like a fiddle. Silent treatment. Do I ever go over and acknowledge, hey man, that was a good sounding chord change? Never. Not one time. And he gets closer and closer. He gets as close to my yard as he can. If he could straddle the fence and put a seat on it, that's about where he'd be right now. Because I give him no attention whatsoever. Nothing. I play my guitar inside, usually with headphones. Hell, half the neighbors don't even know I play. Why? Because I don't need attention. I don't care. Listen, don't listen. Half the time, I don't even want to listen. So, Here's what I'm talking about here. You're playing this right. You've got this person. This can be read as a silent treatment. But it feels like they said something to you and now you're trying to avoid them. They said they loved you and you're trying to avoid them. I don't know. Maybe it made you feel uncomfortable. I don't know. But you're giving some narcissist the silent treatment. And if the effect you're trying to have is to rattle them, it works. It works every fucking time. All right? They don't like to be ignored. But sometimes you have to be careful. If they're enough of a narcissist, they will escalate their things. They'll start to tear apart the things that are making you grow, that are your growth, right? They'll say things to you like, well, I see you're changing. It's too bad it doesn't, it doesn't suit you. They'll give you a little backhanded compliments. I can see you're growing and becoming a better person. It's too bad, it doesn't really jive with anyone around you, or you're becoming a bigger asshole in the process. I mean, I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. Let's clarify with the witches. All right, with this one. Oh yeah, strength card. Okay. What do we got here? 6 of Wands? Yeah, we'll take the strength card. All right, here we go. Here's how they feel about you. Let's get rolling. What did I say? You got them all up in their head. I said, if that fucker next door could take that guitar and stand right on my back patio, he would. And he'd have a shirt on that says, can you hear me now? How about now? Right? I don't know if you heard me. Right? Oh, I hear you. I just don't care. All right, there we go. Judgment. And the 9 of Cups. The problem is, if I acknowledged him, he'd probably want to jam. And if I spend any time with him, 5-10 minutes alone, bail money will be required. Right? I might go too far even. I might not make bail. So, so I stay away from people like that. Judgment. I think I'm exaggerating, but I do think this is what you're trying to do here with somebody. I'm not sure if this has happened yet. I'm not sure if this person has said what I think in June this energy sets up for most of you. For some of you this has already happened. For others of you it's future influence, maybe sometime during July, August, whatever. It's possible. But I think in June in particular, this around the solstice, this kind of sets up. Somebody says something. Somebody you don't expect to say I love you says they love you, and you don't respond. You don't know how to respond, so you just avoid that person. Okay? It drives them crazy. This person here is probably, they really like you. I will tell you, with the 9 of Cups here, they feel like you were put on earth to make them happy. I don't know who this is. But it feels weird. It feels odd to me. It's someone who keeps, they're going to keep trying. They're going to keep showing up. I'm going to say it's someone who keeps showing up, but I can't put it in that tense. They're going to keep trying. They feel like they need to keep trying. And the more they fail, the more they get in their head and the more determined they are to, this energy, these two energies together can create batshit crazy. Okay? I want it. I want it. I want it. It's not answering the door. I want it. I want it. I'm breaking down the door. I want it. I want it. Right? That kind of a thing. This is nuts. This energy right here. Did you see the movie? Oh, shit. It's a Bill Murray movie. What the fuck is it? What About Bob? Did you see What About Bob? If you didn't, that's fine. But if you did, if you're someone who saw What About Bob, this is Bob. Right? He shows up in the little town. He goes to the psychiatrist. He falls basically in love mentally with the psychiatrist. The psychiatrist goes on a summer trip up to Lake Winnipesaukee. They go on a trip to Lake Winnipesaukee. Right? And Bob follows him up. He brings the goldfish with him and everything, and he just won't go away. The other guy goes crazy and ends up checking Bob into a mental institution up there. Bob wins over the people at the mental institution, gets released, and shows back up at the house again. Pretty much before the guy even got home. It's this. This is Bob. Okay? I mean, that's what you're dealing with. I don't think you're trying to avoid it as much as it just makes you awkward a little bit. It might get you a little angry even. I could see why with these two energies here, because they escalate each other and they keep trying and trying because they feel like God's telling them to keep trying to come get you. God ain't telling them anything. Oh, okay. What? How do they see you? Okay, this is how they feel. Thank God. No pun intended. This is how they feel. This is how they see you. Okay. Four of Swords. Hi. Yeah. It's. What's that here? The Sun. I mean, I could read it a couple of ways. They think you like them, and you're playing hard to get. They think you're busy healing from. They convince themselves that you're busy healing from something or doing something else, or you're not answering the door because you're sleeping. Okay, I don't know. They convince themselves of all sorts of things. Whatever it is they see, whatever it is when they start to think about you, it always goes to the Sun. So it never goes negative. This isn't a dangerous person. That's why I equated it to Bob. And what about Bob? Bob wasn't a dangerous person. He wasn't going to like bludgeon the family or anything. He was just fucking, I think the other guy was Richard Dreyfuss. Richard Dreyfuss's character was just a dick. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think you're a dick here. I'm just comparing him to Bob. You're not Richard Dreyfuss, all right? So don't worry about it. I mean, unless Richard Dreyfuss is watching, in which case, well, you are. But at the end of the day here, every time they think about you, it goes very positive. You could do something negative to this person, in other words, and it goes positive. It didn't matter what the Richard Dreyfuss character did to Bob. Bob came back with a smile on his face, right? Like a weeble wobble and they don't fucking fall down. I don't know what else to tell you. You do bring this person a tremendous amount of healing, but I think it's imagined. Potential final outcome, red with judgment. Page of Cups. You get the little off. I mean, it's everything I've said. You get the little offer of a cup. I think they're going to keep trying. So you need to deal with this. All right? You need to. That's why I was drawing the strength. You need to pull up your big boy, big girl pants and deal with it. You're not going to hide from this person. They're Bob. They're coming back continually, right? With a new fish in the cup. Well, you didn't like that one? Here's a blue fish. How about a blue fish? Right? Oh, fucking hell, they're going to bring you. Oh, okay. I was going to go straight to the final outcome. I think I should. Fuck it. Final outcome. I'll double clarify it if I have to. I'm pretty solid on this read. I don't know if I've explained it in a way that you can lateral think it. Hopefully you can. You just got to catch my drift here. Again, Bob is perfect. That Bob character, even if you could just watch a clip if you've never seen the movie from YouTube or something, it'll help you understand. You'll spot this person. It could be somebody at a store you go to all the time or something. They're going to confess something to you, and it's going to be something you want to avoid or make you uncomfortable. It could have already happened. It doesn't matter what you do. Their opinion of you never changes. You could set them on fire and they'd still find a way to go, oh, it's beautiful. The flames were gorgeous as they're laying there in the burn ward. I mean, it's just Page of Cups. Why is it here? Page of Cups. It flew out of the deck. I don't know if it did it on camera, but it fell out just like that. Bottom of the deck is the Ten of Cups. This is fucking awesome. Why is that here? Why is the Four of Wands reversed now? Look at the Four of Wands up right here. Look at it reversed here. Page of Wands. We've been getting this a lot on the back end of the soulmate cycle here. On the back four, right? Sag, Cap, Aquarius, Pisces. I don't know what Pisces is going to get for a reading. I haven't pulled it yet. Let's take a look at this final outcome. 10 Cups. What's underneath the 10 Cups? Justice. Yeah, if you want to be happy here, you need to shut this down. You need to pull up your big boy, big girl pants and deal with it. But you need to deal with it in an immature way. You need to deal with it like a child talking to a child. Well, I mentioned what about Bob? Let's go back to it. What did Richard Dreyfuss's character do wrong in that movie? He treated Bob, he reacted to Bob like a grown-up. He didn't react to Bob on his terms. He did grown-up things to Bob. I'm going to put you in this institution. I'm going to I'm going to yell at you and tell you to get out of here. Those kinds of things. It doesn't work on someone like that. You got to meet energy. Like energy attracts like energy. So you got to talk to them on their terms. Whatever it is. I don't know. I have no idea. If it's a rapper who's coming towards you, you need to rap to them. Right? You don't want to start quoting lyrics from Poison and Aerosmith songs. They don't know that. Go online, get some rap lyrics and say, you know, it's just like, I don't know, Rappy McRapperman said, right? I don't know. Whatever. I don't know any rap lyrics, so I have no idea. But either way, you got to talk to them on their level. But you got to nip. You got to get rid of this. This person will keep fantasizing. So you're going to have to face it. If it's uncomfortable, I recommend, if it hasn't happened yet and it sets up in the month of June, it might be difficult, 10 wands. But I recommend you deal with it on the spot. Don't say okay uncomfortably and walk away. When they say, I really love you, I'd really love it if we hung out sometime. Right? It's the person at the grocery store. It's the person at work that you just don't want to do it. So you, rather than answer, you're just nice and you say, sure, maybe we can do that sometime. Never do that to a narcissist. Never do that to somebody like this. Never, 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 never. I think that's how What About Bob got started in the first place. I don't even know. He may have said, well, you know, we'll talk again or something. That's all you got to say to somebody like this. Give them hope that you'll answer the door or that things will continue. And they'll run with it like a motherfucker. They're running with you being asleep into something positive. You're dreaming about them. You know. I mean, it's crazy. So, somebody says something to you. Hey, we should hang out sometime. Something simple like that. It's nobody you'd ever want to hang out with. You're not interested. It feels weird. You know. Don't say, yeah, maybe we should. Don't say that. Be honest. Say no. It's one of the most powerful things you can do, and we don't do it. Why don't we do it? Because sometimes it's rude. It's mean. You know. Say no. Just say no. A soft thing isn't going to work here. I always do that. You know. I always say no if I don't want to go. People think sometimes, oh, Steve's mean. You know. No. No. If I don't want to do it. But then, if you do that, if you live your life that way, when you say yes, it has more meaning. Right? Because if you just say maybe and yes, and then you show up to things you don't really want to show up to, you just show up to everything, it's less special to see you. It has less meaning. People take you less seriously. You know, say no once in a while. All right. Somebody asks you to marry them. I mean, you don't have to say hell no, but say no. Don't give this type of energy any hope that there's a shot at hanging out, getting married, getting in your pants, whatever it is, getting a ride home, something as simple as that, right? 4 cups, final message to you from the universe, 4 cups. And the 4 of swords, lots of 4s, 4 swords, 4 swords, 4 cups, right? Any void created by you will land you in disappointment, not the other person. Oh, this is Bob from What About Bob, okay? I may have to pay Bill Murray for this fucking reading. This is Bob, all right? Any delay. So just say no right up front. And if you've already caused this and this is happening, just say no. Stop avoiding it and just deal with it. That's your reading. Good luck.